And that's it from us. There's more news throughout the night, of course, on the BBC News channel. On BBC One, it's time now for the news where you are. Good night.
Good evening and welcome to viewers in London and the South East. Hundreds of passengers at Heathrow Airport have faced another day of delays with problems with passport control, staff shortages and long delays before takeoff, as Luke Hanrahan reports.
Disruption caused in large part by staff shortages, leading to delays and congestion on runways at Heathrow Airport, leaving passengers perplexed and angry.
I had a very negative experience for the last 24 hours, getting out of New York and getting here and then waiting for at least 30 to 40 minutes just to pull into a gate.
And when you've come off a long flight, that must be...
Well, we were on the plane like 8-9 hours. It was enough for me.
We arrived in time and we waited on the runway for us to be gated in. For 45 minutes we were waiting there.
Many also reported issues at e-gate passport checkpoints and others that their luggage had been lost.
Some people even reported waiting for as long as 2 hours before taking off this morning. The reason they were given by the airline was staff shortages at the airport.
It will cause problems. Could the airlines have done anything about it? Well, they had to let go of so many people in the previous couple of years for understandable reasons. And they just haven't been able to recapture the amount of staff they need. And the ones that they have, some of them have become ill.
Heathrow Airport says high passenger numbers connected to half-term holidays and COVID checks at end destinations have led to congestion and that it's hiring and training thousands of new staff. Luke Hanrahan, BBC London.
Meanwhile, in Dover, there are warnings that disruption could continue for days after what's been described as the busiest weekend for channel crossings in 3 years. Freight traffic is still queuing on the M20 as efforts continue to clear the backlog. Ian Palmer reports.
Truck drivers bound for the continent waiting to proceed to Dover. It's a picture we've seen before, but the frustration and misery doesn't get any easier, as I discovered at the lorry stop just outside Folkestone.
No one worry for lorry drivers. No one care for us.
The delays have been caused by the suspension of P&O ferries following the sacking of 800 workers 2 weeks ago. Following a storm in Calais, 2 DFDS ferries were damaged and will be out of service until next week. The situation led to Dover grinding to a halt yesterday. In Folkestone, freight and passenger traffic tried to cross the channel using Eurotunnel services.
For us, this is business as usual, back to where we were 3 years ago. Things have been made a little bit more tricky by what's been going on at P&O, the fact that their ships have been taken out of service, and that just before the busiest period of traffic in 3 years.
The Kent Police Services, the Local Resilience Forum are predicting this is going to continue for another couple of days, but it is something we just quite don't know how long it's going to go on for.
And there lies the problem. How long will this pinch point last? UK PLC needs Dover running at full capacity and fast. Ian Palmer, BBC South East Today, Folkestone.
And the London Philharmonic Orchestra performed at a concert in Glyndebourne in East Sussex today to raise money for the people of Ukraine. All ticket sales will be donated to help support those who've been forced to flee their homes. Let's get the weather now with Lucy Martin.
Hello, good evening. Tomorrow will start on a very different note than this morning did. This morning was cold, bright and frosty. This beautiful photo sent in by a weather watcher in Hove. A little bit more in the way of cloud in this photo sent in by a weather watcher in Ramsgate in Kent. But as we move into tomorrow, we are going to see cloudier skies, a milder start with some outbreaks of rain. So through tonight, after some clear spells, cloud will increase from the north with some patchy outbreaks of rain moving in by dawn. Temperatures falling to an overnight low of around 5-6 degrees Celsius, so much milder than they were last night. The winds will pick up as well. So a cloudy start to the day tomorrow. There'll be outbreaks of rain sweeping south. It will become drier into the afternoon, but quite a lot of cloud lingering, and it could just be thick enough for some patchy light rain and drizzle. A breezy, blustery day with highs of 14 degrees Celsius. Tuesday will be cloudy with some patchy rain first thing, but then it will be brighten up as the day wears on with some sunny spells and highs of 14 Celsius. Bye-bye.
And that's it from me. Have a great week. Bye-bye.